By the way, Artwork just commented.
No way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It started out with ha 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 ha.
All right.
Or it was in French, so maybe it was.
Yes. Hey, it's pronounced Vag and I'm Adam. And in this video, I'm going to do a highly detailed review and dry fit of all of the spoiler extensions on the market. Now, these extensions are the type that are flat, that mount to the back of the spoiler around the third brake light. If there are any that I missed, then please let me know down in the comments of other manufacturers or brands. Send me links if you can. You're going to see extensions from Artwork Bodyshop, Rennwagen, Hardcore Designs, Flow Designs, Vega Modified, Strafe Design, and aerofabb. That's 7. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is going to be a pretty long video, so if there's a product that you want to see specifically, then go ahead and use the chapters feature to skip ahead to those products. There was just no way to capture our immediate reactions to every product other than just recording and seeing what we saw right then and there. In addition to this video, I'll be making 2 more. The second one following this will be a summary of my thoughts on all of these products, and I'll do some sort of ranking based on several factors. In a third video, I'll be removing the old version of the aerofabb spoiler that's currently on my car. I think a lot of people are interested to see what it looks like underneath, and after having been on there for about a year, what the impacts are of installing something like that. Following that, I'll also be installing their brand new version, probably tied into that same video. Before we start this video, I want to make several things very, very clear. This video is not sponsored by anyone. I spent about $1,200 of my own money buying these spoiler extensions so that I could compare them. It's highly unlikely that I will ever recoup the cost of that, but I thought it was something that was important to share with the community and help other people make a better buying decision. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm a fan of aerofabb's other products. I have them on my car. What can I say? But with that said, it's my goal to be completely unbiased toward any of these products and give our complete and honest opinion about all of them. One more thing that's important to remember is that we are not professionals at anything that we do here, but we sure have a fun time doing it, and we really appreciate your feedback and support. If you like what you see here, then let us know by leaving a comment or hitting the like button, and please consider subscribing. Now, let's get into this. So before I get opening all of these, I have like my spreadsheet of information on the table here, so I'm going to be pointing down and referencing, because I have information about when I bought it, how much it cost, how long it took to get here, if the company was responsive or not when I was trying to figure out where it was at.
Adam's ignoring me.
Yeah. Hi. So this one came from Artwork Bodyshop. The total cost for me in US dollars was $169.85. So that was including shipping. I ordered it on April 8th and it arrived on May 6th. So just under a month that it took for this one to get here. The box looks like it was well, packaged.
Is it supposed to be flappy?
It's a little floppy. It probably wasn't boxed this way. So we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. The box is in good shape overall, so I don't think the product is gonna be damaged at all. On the outside of the box, they've got just the shipping label. Nothing really saying that it's from Artwork Bodyshop. It is well taped. Is it glued? It is glued. Oh my gosh. I think they hot glue the box shut.
Holy cow.
It's I didn't expect that with all the tape that was on here. Okay. I've got the box open. So, all right, I'm just gonna slide it out here. All right, so there's a couple of foam corners in there that are probably for this, the sharp edge that's on here. The spoiler is, well packaged in bubble wrap. Kind of what I expected, what I noticed. These corners are sharp, so they kind of go through the packaging, and that's why they had those styrofoam, corners in the box.
Yeah.
So
note the lack of flappiness on the spoiler itself.
Yeah. The spoiler itself looks like it's still in good shape, but some pretty heavy bubble wrap around it, which is awesome. Now I have to find my way in. There's a little baggie that is securely packaged to the outside. All right, and I'm just gonna slide this out. Awesome. All right, so some pretty nice bubble wrap.
As bubble wraps go.
As bubble wraps go.
This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give people a description of what I'm experiencing, okay?
I'm trying to be comedy relief.
There you go, thank you. Ooh, this is actually, the little bit I can see, it's pretty shiny. Ooh.
Oh, it looks so shiny.
Oh, wow. This is kind of impressive.
It's like a piano black.
It is definitely a piano black. I'm going to be super careful handling this.
What is it made out of?
On their website, it is made out of 1/4-inch HPDE polyethylene. It comes in a matte black or a gloss black. And
that's
this
glossy.
gloss, I think it must be, it's definitely painted. I don't think it, I'm just going to wipe it on my shirt to get all the kind of dust off of it. The finish looks really great. There's some...
Sorry. Sorry. The finish looks really great.
The finish looks really great. You know, there's, I can see immediately there's a little bit of tape that's pre-installed here. There's 2 holes. Notice so there's 2 like...
I know this is a faux pas when you're doing anything, but this is nice and shiny. Like, you can see me, you can see you.
It's great. There's a very, if it doesn't pick up on the camera, like
orange
I can
peel.
see, yeah, orange peel, but only
there's a blemish right there.
Yeah, I mean that is like super minor, but it's what I would expect. You know, some really minor blemishes for anything that is going to be painted. You can see how there's actually like a little lip down here from where the paint or clear maybe.
Oh yeah, you can
right,
see it as
on that bottom edge,
just like along there.
Yeah. Oh, and then here, I didn't even notice this too. Look on this top edge, it has a little bit of a cutout.
Yeah, I saw that. So it creates like this, there's a, is that like a, it's a rounded feel on the whole thing,
It definitely has a rounded edge on it. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about too, is the way the edge looks on every single one of them. This is definitely a nice looking finished edge on what is just 1/4-inch polyethylene.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Okay, so we've got some automotive adhesion promoter. We've got a sticker there, and I've got 4 screws, which I'm gonna try and leave in that bag here. I've got 1 sheet double-sided install instructions. Well, that's in French. This side is in English. So
well, that's in French.
Yeah. So in here, what I want to know is, like, you know, how, you know, there's obviously screws in here, but does it require removing the OEM spoiler? And in here it just says drill a pilot hole and then install the screws into the same holes. So it's just, it's tapping basically into the plastic. And you know, there's a note here that says don't over tighten the screws.
Is that because you would just strip out the plastic?
Yeah, if you over tighten the plastic, you know, on plastic, yeah, you can totally strip it out. So which leads to it potentially flying off your car. So, all right, here we have the one from Artwork Bodyshop. Let's go ahead and slap it on here and see how it fits. All right, I'm pretty happy with the fitment of this one. It very clearly fits around the glass there. This one though, it just comes in and tucks in straight down the side of this winglet here on both sides. The third brake light cutout is nice. I do like how it kind of goes over and then straight down. This one though too, you have 2 holes that you're going to drill here, and unless you know what's behind there, like you don't really know what you're going to hit when you're screwing into there. Over here on the right hand side, you know, there's a little bit of a gap here. I think there's about the same amount of gap on the other side. Yeah, so maybe about a 1/4 inch of space. I think part of that with some of these spoilers is that these pieces are all hand installed at the factory. So there's gonna be some variation. So here's a quick look at what it looks like walking around the car. I do like the thickness of this. It has a nice gloss all across it. You can kind of see there's a little bit of an orange peel in that finish, but you gotta look kind of close to be able to see that. Overall, not too bad. Our next box here is from Rennwagen. They started selling these in February of 2021. Total cost for me, including shipping, was $151.24. Their estimated delivery date was 5 to 8 business days, and this was, I think, one of the very first ones that I got. I ordered it on April 8th. It arrived on April 14th. It came super quick. It is made out of CNC aluminum. It's a gloss black powder coat. There's a hardware kit. Okay, so first off, looking at this, the packaging here, I just cut this flap open, but like, the package is secure. There's nothing shaking around in there, and it's pretty tight. There's no creases in it, so it shipped pretty quick, pretty easy.
Not as flappy.
Oh, look at this. There's a piece of, they sent me some plumbing.
Dude, that's for self-defense.
There's a second one. Look at that.
Here, hold on. There's an opportunity.
Yeah. No, hand it to me. I know how to do this.
Don't hit my car. Oh.
Self-defense packaging enabled.
I didn't expect there to be some PVC piping in there, but you know, kind of a clever way to make sure that this box wasn't going to bend. Okay, so just opening this up, there is my order sheet here. There's a little, you know, spoiler extension hardware kit. This one comes with some well nuts and some bolts and some alcohol prep pads. In these install instructions, this is also another one that you're not going to remove the rear spoiler on your car. So you just pre-drill some holes and you put the well nuts in and they cinch down in place or expand in place to hold. So not too bad. It's got 3 pages or so of instructions, but no pictures. Womp womp.
And
that's right. Oh, they said thank you. Handwritten thank you.
oh, nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. And now we've got some pretty simple bubble wrap. It's a thin, just bubble wrap bag. There we go. All right, so this one I think I said is CNC'd aluminum.
Aluminium.
It's lightweight, flexible.
Oh, is it bent over here?
It is a little bit. There we go. Do you see that? I don't think it's
That's,
supposed to be like that.
that's bent.
Yeah.
Dude, what are those PVC pipes doing?
I know. It was, I mean, there's no way that it could. Look, you can really see it like
Yeah.
this.
It's like you ordered a ski tip.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole ski.
Let me just put my ski binding on there. Real quick, while editing the video, I realized that we didn't take a minute just to figure out or think about what may have happened to the spoiler. I highly doubt that it was put in the box this way. I think that it happened during shipping. What I think may have happened is that because the spoiler is loose inside the box, that if the box was dropped on its end pretty hard, the spoiler could have shifted down and just bent up that corner a little bit. So I didn't reach out to Rennwagen to ask them about this. I didn't ask for a replacement, but I can guarantee you that if I did ask them, that Crow agrees with me, that if I did ask them, that they would have gone ahead and replaced it. So back to it. Okay. Well, let's check the rest of this out. Okay, look at the finish here. This is I think it's a powder coat, high gloss black.
Is that a blemish right there?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is pretty heavy orange peel. It feels smooth, but yeah, there's some minor blemishes. This one just has the straight across cut along the top. Check and see how like thin this piece is.
Yeah.
It's super thin, but it's just a sheet of aluminum. But there's some pre-installed strips of 3M tape on here. There's 2 different thicknesses of 3M. There's 2 holes on either side that you're going to be installing the bolts and well nuts through.
So still 4 bolts, but not
Yeah.
spread out as much as
Yeah.
the other ones.
Yeah,
Kind
that's right.
of concentrated on the end here, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's 2 areas on the end here. There's some of these that spread it out, you know, kind of one on each.
Yeah.
end
Looks like
of
they
this.
rely pretty heavily on the double-sided stick tape.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Think of that on the back side of the car and just the wind just.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. All right. This next one I'm going to put on is the Rennwagen spoiler. This is aluminum, powder coated. It has a gloss finish to it, but it's pretty orange peely. So let's go ahead and put it on. All right, so let's take a close-up look at the fit and finish around here. You can see that around the third brake light fits really well. You know, the shape is right. You know, on this left side, I've got about a 1/4 inch gap, maybe a little bit less than that going down here. So not as tight as I was hoping. And about the same gap on the right side. So leaves a little bit to be desired for that fit. Let's take a look. Take a little quick walk around here. Yeah, there is a little bit of gap here because yes, I'm holding this on with tape, but you generally get the idea. You know, for being a gloss black finish, man, you can really see the orange peel that's in there, and it doesn't match, you know, from this gloss black piece to that one, and that would bother me.
Hey, that's recording. I'm recording.
Okay.
All right.
When you picked this one up, what did you feel?
Oh, it's actually way heavier than the rest of them.
Maybe there's something else in there that
It could be, but
maybe they sent some gold.
I looked at this and I was like, oh, that's awesome. They had some extra boxes laying around of whatever, and they decided to throw what you ordered into it. Because this was obviously for a completely different something.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it was like a poster box or like a long tube.
Yeah, like
not a tube, but like a long.
Like ski poles could have gone in this,
Sure.
but instead they put a spoiler.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, you know.
gentle. Keep flipping this thing around here, man.
Well, dude,
It says handle with care, fragile.
Fragile. But
Although,
you know the UPS or
Yeah.
FedEx or whoever sent that were way worse
Yeah.
than that. It got drop kicked into the truck.
Yeah. So this one is from Hardcore Designs in California. This one actually came pretty quick.
I feel like if it says hardcore, it should be able to put up with some abuse. Yeah.
Came from California. You know, we're in Pacific Northwest, Seattle area. It cost total for me $150.44. That includes shipping. I ordered it on, oh, this is actually the very first one that I ordered, or received. I got it in 4 days.
Yeah.
After
You
I
ordered them all on the same day.
ordered them all on the same day, like within the same hour. This one is a 3mm composite polymetal and is going to be a black satin finish. I think that's the only option that they had. This one requires a M5 riv nut gun for installation.
Oh, that's the wrong car. You don't have an M5.
I don't have an M5. All right, but yeah, looking at, you can kind of look down, you know, this packaging. I mean, it's structurally sound. I can hear some hardware shaking around in there, but like, it's secure. It's not bent. It's, you know, these corners are definitely protecting. What if I just open this end and will it all slide out? Oh, got some plywood with this one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know any martial arts with plywood.
Hold on, I gotta open the other end. I think I have to like release it. Oh, it's OSB. Whew. Okay, that's why. Now it's flatter looking. I don't think there's anything else in there, right? Yeah, so look, this is a box. It makes sense why it was like that. So now we've got, oh, there's our hardware. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna leave that on there. Well, no, let's take it off because I'm gonna open that baggie. There's our hardware. We've got our sheet of this might be worth something.
I know.
You know?
Right now it's kind of like
I heard.
they just sent you an extra $50.
I know what I have. Come get it. Okay, that came off. Great. Oh, now I gotta cut it. It's like on a stretcher.
I mean, if it's bent at all.
Yeah, this is the one that shouldn't be bent at all. What was it made of? Oh yeah, 3mm composite polymetal. And this one was like, you know, the box was super heavy. Obviously, I know why now.
Yeah, so does that mean multiple metals?
So it looks like there's poly in the middle and then really thin sheets of aluminum on the exterior.
Okay.
So, but you can see that on the edge.
And they got the little notch cut out in there too.
Oh yeah, on the top. We are in. Okay, check this out. This is strange. See that? You can see the aluminum on the edge there.
Well, there's a protective film.
Yeah, there's a protective film, but you can clearly see the aluminum.
Is that like a foam in the middle, or
no,
like
it's
straight up
it's
plastic?
It's
like
plastic.
polyurethane.
I think it's aluminum, like coated
it.
plastic. Not coated, but like there's it's a sandwich. Looking at the edge, like, I mean, it's really smooth. I'm not gonna peel off this coating right now. Maybe we'll just do like a little bit of the edge. Oh, it's they kind of like sanded down some of these corners to.
I'd be pissed. So this looks janky, dude. Like what? Like now I've got a silver outline around my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
So there's a little bit peeled back. Like it's clear. Wait. So is this the one that has? There's one of these that has double-sided. Maybe it's the Flow Designs one. Oh yeah, this one has kind of a satin black finish on both sides.
Yeah, I know, but like think about if you went through all the trouble to black out your car from chrome or like do anything like that, and now you think you've got this piece and you've got this. I'm not into it.
I'm not very excited. This one does have, you know, as Jeremy mentioned, the little cutout here on top. There's a really big cutout for the third brake light, it seems like. This one though, look at how many holes. There's 6 holes in this one. Hold on, let's look at the instructions real quick.
Hold on, while you're doing that, I just have to say, this is hot garbage. I don't like it.
Jeremy's hot take is that it's hot garbage.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, look at all these holes.
This one, wait, how much did this one cost? $150 total.
I don't care.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not putting it on my car.
Yeah.
Sorry. You wanted my reaction. I think that sucks.
It does. Okay, so we've got a little baggie. We've got hardware. There is in here 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's 6 aluminum nuts, 6 bolts, and 6 washers, or kind of like. Here, let me dump out in my hand here. So that's what I got. Kind of a variety.
So if you were looking for an easy project, this is not it.
Well, you just drill some holes in the back and hope it holds.
Well, and you go buy a riv nut.
Oh yeah, you got to get a 5 or M5 riv nut gun.
Yeah, and
to put those in. Oh, that's right, because this one doesn't. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the instructions here.
Riv nuts are awesome for metal, by the way.
Yeah, this is a pretty thin plastic that you're going into in the rear spoiler.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a riv nut in a,
plus
in this.
I'll see if I have some good pictures to show. I've seen some people who have, when they drill through, if they don't start with small pilot holes, and if they go like for the big size, like the size that they would need,
yeah,
it basically chips the paint and fatigues the plastic to where you can see it like very fatigued.
Yeah.
All right, so just instructions here. There's coupon code for 10% off the entire site next time. Sorry, I don't think there's going to be a next time. It's got the Hardcore Designs spoiler. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off so you can see exactly how this is going to look. Ooh, that's a bummer. There's definitely some blemishes in this. I'll try to clean it up the best I can. I've got a blemish right there in the center. I guess if I was putting this on, that would be maybe against the spoiler. All right, so here's a quick look at the finish on this spoiler. You can see is kind of that satin finish. Because this is aluminum, there's like little, maybe like markings or dimples where maybe some of the tooling touched it or got banged up. It's definitely a scratch right here. I'm sure that if I reached out to them that they'd be willing to replace it. But one thing that I'm not very fond of is that basically, because this is aluminum, you basically have this bright edge all the way around it. You know, it's not white, it's like this bright silver, but then you have just the black there that is clearly in the middle. Let's see how this fits on here. Oh man. This is not made to fit with these side pieces. All right, so super disappointed in this spoiler from Hardcore Designs. It doesn't work with these little side winglets. I didn't read anything on the website about that. I mean, man, that would be a bummer for anybody. So I can't even really put it on there to like test fitment. But guess what? I'll put some tape on there and we'll see what it looks like on the walk around. So here's the problem, is that this is not made to work with these. So I'll have to double check on the website if that was the case. Here's my tape job that I did trying to stick it on there. So you can see here, looking on the underside, you know, even if I did decide to run this without these winglets, it's not really kind of hugging the windshield or the window here. The third brake line, you know, I did my best just putting it on there with some tape. I could probably do a little bit better job putting that on there, but as far as the fitment goes, I'm not really impressed. I'm gonna have 6 enormous holes in the back of the spoiler here. All right, this next box is from Flow Designs in Australia. This is one that I'm kind of excited to see because Flow Designs makes some really great products, some other high quality products that I know a lot of people who have bought their stuff and are super happy with it. So this is a newer product from them. I'm interested to see the shape and the textures on it, because from what I read, it's double-sided, so one side has like a matte finish and one side has a gloss finish. So you can choose which side you want to display, but you're gonna see both sides regardless. So you just have to choose like how you want it to look.
Open it.
Yeah, open it. I'm gonna open it. So this one from Flow Designs came from Australia. Total, including shipping, was $274.41. It's the most expensive one out of all of these. His international delivery was estimated 7 to 10 days. It took me 11 days to get it, and I was totally happy with that. I got good information on when it was going to be shipped. This one is a 4.5 millimeter acrylic, scratch resistant. Scratch resistant on the matte side. Gloss or matte. Okay, so Flow Designs, also on their website, I noticed has a lot of marketing around their 10-year warranty on their product, but this product specifically doesn't have a 10-year warranty because it's not the same material that's used on all their like front lip splitters and stuff.
So is it a different design other than Flow? It's like a Dolores design.
Dolores design.
you get a Flow design. Hey Flow. Yeah, or you get a Dolores design.
So yeah, packaging looks really good. Let's open it up. I got more wood. Look at how rich I am.
Oh my gosh. You made your money back.
Oh, this one, these are like, it's glued in place. I'm not gonna do that.
You get your own roll of tape.
I get a roll of double-sided tape, it looks like. We'll double check and see what that says in the instructions. Couple pages of instructions.
They got pictures. I see pictures.
Super clear. Really small print, so get your glasses out. Not really a big deal to me.
We have good eyes.
I just like saying stuff.
Because we're from Australia.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Good eye. In this little, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this hardware baggie since it's in front of me here. It looks like in here we've got hardware. This is another one that doesn't require removing the rear spoiler. I think that's a trend here, is that almost every single one of them doesn't require removing the rear spoiler. This one also has those kind of rubber well nuts that as you bolt in, they they flex into place, and you hope that they hold. So that's a little disappointing, I feel like, from a company like Flow Designs.
Yeah, but does it work better than a metal well nut in or riv nut in the plastic? Like I've installed riv
I bet
nuts.
you it does, because you have a little bit more feel of how, you know, you're screwing it in and it's tightening down.
Yeah.
But if you're squeezing a metal gun that has like a metal thing and oops, you cracked it, like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
that's probably true. We've got a adhesion promoter. We have alcohol prep pads. We have the well nuts with the bolts in there.
And really good lighting, by the way.
And some other little bits. There's some little washers in here. So you get all your hardware to install, but I don't know, like I think that people are really not interested in drilling into parts of their car.
Yeah.
So the smaller the hole, the better. It's taped into place, which is nice so that it doesn't move around in the packaging. That's a good recommendation, I think, for anybody who has a box that is not quite the right size. If your item is going to move around a lot in there, tape it down. It's going to be secure, and like super simple solution to keeping it in place. Okay, so there's this really heavy mill bag that it comes in, which is nice. You know, it's going to be well protected here. And then there's another like layer of foam that it's wrapped in. So really well protected so far. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, hey.
So this one, okay, there's even more protection there.
Did you order a fantasy sword? Is this from Halo?
I have to be careful, like,
yeah,
this
don't
stuff
break
doesn't
it.
break. Okay, this one's nice. I mean, immediately you can see that there's some like protective coating on here.
Is that a backwards C?
What? It's an O.
Oh, and
Let's get
like a soft cutout in the back.
Yeah, but look at the edge there. It's it looks like it's beveled twice rather than like a really like rounded edge. Can you do like a zoomed in? So that's the edge. Do some other like close-ups of all these too. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and untape these corners. Oh,
Hey. They're like socks. They just pop off.
Yeah, pop the socks off. I just want to see really quick the. I better be careful about holding it on this piece.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good thing to point out. Two things. It has a really minor cutout on the top. And this is the first one that's actually had a strip here that goes under the third brake light. Being the Spectrum guru that I am, one thing that I noticed is that on all the Golf Rs that are Spectrum colored, it's not gloss black around the third brake light. So any of them that are Spectrum painted, that area is body matched. So I saw somebody who installed one of these rear spoiler extensions on a Ginster yellow car, and they had a Ginster yellow stripe that was underneath their third brake light. And so having that, you know, might be kind of nice. It has two holes here in the ends, kind of similar to others. It has the cutouts for the fins. Let's peel back a little bit of both edges here. Okay, so this is the matte side. That's actually pretty, like, that is nice and smooth.
That
like,
does look pretty good.
That looks pretty rad. Okay, this is the gloss side.
Also looks
I really like that they left this on the material,
Yeah.
even though like when you pull it out of the box, like it looks janky.
Yeah, well, that's just, yeah.
It's just the paper being kind of ripped as it's cutting the material.
But the finish on the material itself is completely smooth and glossy. There is no, like, it's not
There's
painted.
not going to be any.
There's
like,
no orange peel.
Yeah.
The only challenge would be you could scratch it fairly easily.
Right, on the gloss side, it says it's. I think it's
scratch resistant.
Yeah, it's scratch resistant on the matte side.
Can't talk.
I like this one. Like, it's a good. It's probably the best one we've seen so far. Mm-hmm. I had really high expectations for this one. All right, this next one is the Flow Designs spoiler extension. This one has a gloss black finish on one side.
Which I'm gonna go ahead and peel off.
And then on the other side, we've got a matte finish. So I think that having the one gloss side, one matte side is a fun idea, but if I want one or the other, I don't have a choice to not run one of them. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so I think what I've decided is that if I was to run this, I would put the gloss black side back. That's so that it kind of flows with the glass and flows with these winglets here. And then I'll have the matte side on the front. All right, let's check out the detail on this Flow Designs one. It is pretty neat how they have this bit cut out for the third brake light here. Seems to fit pretty well. Over here on the sides, fits pretty close, maybe an 1/8 inch. So it's pretty tight there. If I go over to the other side, you know, about the same. Fits pretty tight there. So it's about the quality and fit and finish that I expected from them. So let's take a little bit of a walk around here. You can see that they have the double chamfered edge, and then this is the matte side here. I think that, you know, having this gloss and this bit matte, it kind of bothers me. I'm not sure that I like it so much. I'm sure a lot of people will really like that matte side and maybe even will face it the same, I'm sorry, the opposite way that I have it. But one thing about having the matte side on this side for photographing and doing video, I think that it helps it stand out quite a bit more than if it were gloss black. I do like having the gloss black on the back going with the window. Makes it really fit in. You know what, just for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it around and see what it looks like. All right, and no surprise that it fits, you know, just as well going the opposite way. So here now we have the gloss black facing forward and the matte here on the back. See, that looks really nice. It does make it hard. You can see how with the reflection and the way that it changes with the light, makes it a lot harder to see. Yeah, I think this angle right here, you know, the sun's starting to go down, so the lighting is getting a little bit less and less, but having the gloss from the glass and these side pieces really reinforces the fact that I think I would rather have it face the other way around.
All right, look,
All
you
right.
got a ramp.
I got it, yeah.
Got
I
like
a wedge. I have
3
a
feet
really
of air.
long wedge of cheese.
You got a wedgie.
Think about the cheese wheel this came off of. That was enormous, how tall it was. I think this is supposed to say Vega.
Oh, I thought it said veal.
Yeah.
It's making me hungry.
It says Vega, and then unfortunately they got a sticker put on over it.
Vega.
It's kind of its own, like, it's another custom box, triangular shaped. Apparently, like, it must be really hard to get a box about this size.
Boxes are tough.
Boxes are hard.
It looks like they made it in their own.
Definitely. But it looks like it's taped well. Nothing is really moving around a whole lot in there. There's a little bit of movement. So this one is from Vega, and let me get the name right. I think it used to be Vega Modified, but now it's Vega Motorworks. This one total cost me $129.99. That includes shipping, which happened to be $0. This one is 12 gauge aluminum. It comes in raw, unpainted, or a satin black powder coated finish. So I got the satin black powder coated finish to be as similar to the rest of them as possible. 3M tape is not included and not an option. Drilling is required. OEM spoiler doesn't have to be removed. These are made to order, so no refunds. This one I ordered again on the same day as the rest of them, and I got it just over a month later. So it went from April 8th was my order, and I received it on May 10th. This one is really simple to open so far. Oh, it is. It's all taped up in there. It's like mummified in the tape and saran wrap, I think it is. Or maybe it's like a shrink wrap.
Looks like something Batman would throw at a fleeing criminal.
They all do.
Yeah.
They all look like that.
But this one looks like it's on display. Like, this is the first one I think you've opened upside down, and I've been like, oh, I want to throw that at the Joker.
Yeah. Okay, I got some hardware here. So yeah, it's wrapped up in like a, maybe a shrink wrap or something.
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap maybe. But this one definitely is very blade-like looking. Okay, there we go. That's enough for us to see. Well, first off, let's look at the shape too. It's rainbow. You know, it's straight across the top.
Yeah.
Has a cutout for third brake light. It
No.
has two huge holes.
And no little cutout right here, no notch over there.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's a really good point. It doesn't have the notch. It looks powder coated,
Yeah.
but it's not a high gloss finish, so you can't really see as much of the like orange peel texture that's on here.
It's still there, but it's not, like, it looks nice. It's a nice finish.
Yeah, it is. The edge of it is squared off. Actually looks kind of sharp in a couple places.
It is sharp.
Although you could probably like do some damage to somebody with one of these edges.
Even on the edges here, if you run your fingers across
It's a
there,
little bird.
That's a, yeah. Tweet, tweet. Tweedly, tweedly, dee.
It's a little bird. Okay, but in the hardware package,
Ooh, rubber well nuts.
it has the rubber well nuts, it has some washers, and we have the bolts to go along with it. So, and no instructions. I'll look on their website and see if they have any instructions on their website. Maybe they're just a no print shop, so we'll check that out. I'll follow up in the video. All right, so now I have the Vega spoiler. It's 12 gauge aluminum. One thing I will really say about this is that even though it's more of a satin powder coat finish, it's really consistent across the whole piece. There's a few like really tiny like specks and blemishes in here that you know, over time of being on the car will probably just end up blending in. But one thing that I don't like about it is that these edges, man, you come across here and you're washing your car, you might slit your wrist. There's a few of them that are still pretty sharp, so you got to be really careful. All right, because this one is aluminum, I'm having a little bit tougher time getting it to stay up there. It doesn't want to remain as flexible as the rest of them. So let's take a look down here. All right, so down here on the sides, it doesn't have a little cutout, but it does, you know, as far as its shape, it really kind of wants to blend into that edge right there. Let's take a look at the other side. All right, I am pretty happy about how it fits against the glass. Maybe it's a little bit looser over here once I get it fit up there. Actually, yeah, I think it'll fit really well against the glass. The right-hand side here fits right about the same. This one is a lot more rainbow shaped than the others. Anyway, it's hard to tell the fitment of it, but this one really does have a lot more of a rainbow shape than the others. I'll go to, instead of a wide angle, so you can see that there's no distortion in the camera lens. Let's take a quick walk around before it falls off from my tape. Oh boy, it's barely hanging on there. But you can see here how it really comes down rather than going out and down like some of the others do. Take a look at that finish real quick. You can see what I mean by about it being pretty consistent all the way across. It's just kind of a satin powder coat. Not too bad looking. It's not gloss though. I think that gloss really fits the best back there just to match and blend in with some of these other pieces. You know, this is just taped up here, so it actually fits up in there pretty good. So on this one, around the third brake light, you know, if that was there in place, not too bad a fit and finish. You're gonna have a couple of really big holes back here using those well nuts. All right, so this box here is from Strafe Designs. This is their spoiler extension. Let me run through the things here real quick. This is $85.89 shipped. By far the cheapest one. It is CNC'd aluminum. It comes in gloss or matte black. I chose the gloss again to be as similar as possible to the rest of them. All sales are final unless manufacturing defects. This one took the longest to arrive. I was a little worried that I actually wasn't going to get this one. I emailed Strafe 4 or 5 times. I'll take a look back in my emails. Initially they responded, and when I started chatting with them, they sent me a tracking number, but it never shipped for like several weeks after that, and I followed up with emails and got 0 response. So I was about to send them a nasty email telling them that I was going to cancel my order through my bank, but I checked the tracking one more time and it said that it had shipped. So I'm happy that I got it for the comparison. I'm disappointed with the lack of communication from them as a company. Looking at reviews online and hearing from other people, it was totally expected. So
Kind of par for the course.
par for the course for them.
Did you happen to look at the Better Business Bureau to see if they had any previous complaints?
I did. Somebody told me to take a look at their reviews on the Better Business Bureau website. It's not good. It's really not good. I'm sure their website automatically like changes cuss words, like 4-letter words. Like there was a lot of it. People were pissed. This one though is one of the biggest boxes and is pretty like there's something shaking around in there. Like it's not secure. Okay, so in here I just opened up the end.
Hey, instructions.
We get instructions. Okay, there's a point. This is the, it says this is for Volkswagen Mark 6, Mark 7, GTI, Golf R, V1 wing extension install instructions. Gives you tools required, hardware included. We have nut certs, Allen bolts, and washers. Although it says only 2 of each, so maybe just 1 on each end, we'll see. And then it gives instructions about how to do it. It says here on the very bottom, their wing was tested and proven at 145 miles an hour on a closed track. So,
A closed track?
yeah, well, you know, closed course. Oh, okay, well, it's in there.
All right, so first thing I noticed
Hold on. Well, hold on. It's, okay.
is blemishes all over
Look at
it.
there. That's all that was in the box. It opened itself. There's no tape.
Is there any hardware?
I mean, oh yeah, there's a baggie down in there. There it is.
All right, no tape,
This is
loose
like-
bubble wrap.
Oh, look. Okay.
Oh, there's tape.
There's some. Yeah. So there's some pre-installed 3M tape. They didn't have time or the materials to securely package this. Maybe they sensed that I was about to email them.
The finish looks like caca though. Look
Yeah.
at this. There's like dust marks.
Well, here, let me like
And-
kind of give it a good wipe.
no,
But
these are like
they're raised blemishes.
you can feel them.
There's, I mean, so the screw is probably gonna cover that, but like it's chipped on the edge there where the screw hole is.
Look at the finish on the edge
There's
too.
well, this one doesn't fit around the winglets that are on the side.
And that's sharp.
That hurt. Yes, it's sharp. This is definitely worth
How much did you pay for this one?
$86 or less. Like, well, I paid $86. I wouldn't put this on my car.
We could do a better job in our
I could
in
make
our
one.
garage.
Yeah, I think so with our router. Look at this right here. There's like material missing, right there.
Yeah.
Um,
God, just horrible.
and then
Somebody rattle can this in their driveway.
they may have.
Oh, you chose the finish. No wonder.
She's home, everyone. All right, let's take a look at the hardware. There's 2 washers, 2 bolts, 2 walnuts. You know, I'm actually surprised that all of these have bolts, because there's a lot of people who have like complained about drilling these, and they don't use the hardware. They just stick them on with 3M tape, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, it's good, it's good." I haven't heard any stories yet about them flying off people's cars, but I bet they do, or they will.
Yeah.
But this one, as Jeremy would say, looks like caca.
Caca,
I would not put this on my car.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're on a budget, I understand like you might try something like this. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth it. This one, just right out of the box, is probably the worst quality compared to the rest of them. It is aluminum, but it doesn't really have sharp edges. It is powder coated, although the edges are pretty rough. I'll show you those details. There's a lot of blemishes in this powder coat. It is pretty glossy, but you know, we've got some 3M tape around the back that you'd peel off and stick on. See what it looks like. All right, so let's take a look at the detail on this one here. Here's a little bit of a look around the third brake light. Press that all the way up there. You can see there's like some unevenness, like it gets cut. It doesn't quite follow the top of the third brake light. It goes a little bit higher there and a little bit higher on the right side, but you know, your brake light is exposed, I guess is the important part. It does seem to fit along the window edge fine. I don't like how it's rounded here, like, and I have maybe like a 1/4 inch gap over here. Let's check the other side. Yeah, and a ton of gap over here, holy cow. And you can even see, this is a good reflection here of how these edges are. Let's see if I can get that top edge here. Man, you can really see how rough. This is all just reflection. This is because it's gloss and how jagged some of this edge is. It's just really poorly finished. There's a decent shot of that orange peel semi-gloss powder coat. The shape isn't bad. You know, taking a look at the whole thing, it comes over. I don't quite like how that fits there, but you know, every one of them is a little bit different shape. This is another one where the gloss just kind of gets lost in the camera. Boy, this is one of those ones where you get what you pay for. It's on there.
I'm recording. What you got now, man?
Well, I think it's pretty clear on this one.
Whoa.
This one is pretty professionally packaged. It has their own label tape, their own label boxes. You know, the whole reason for this video is that I want to swap out my existing aerofabb spoiler extension for the new design. It's a little bit thicker, has a rounded edge all the way around. So
Shake it and see if anything flops around.
Hold on.
Oh, look.
There's nothing that happens. Okay, let me run through here real quick. So this one is from aerofabb. Total cost including shipping was $232.72. So it is the second most expensive one. I ordered it again on the 8th, like all of them. I received it 8 days later. So all the way across country, kind of what I would expect. It's a high gloss black finish. The material is high gloss black plastic. That's kind of all the detail that I had. Oh man, I was not expecting this. This must be new. So,
What is that?
branded, like it's a bag. It's like a plastic, like a heavy metal bag that it's in, but it has their logo on this, if you can see. Turn it the right way. All right. Hold on, okay, so underneath the spoiler, we'll open that in a second. We have really
nice clear instructions.
Nice clear instructions. There's definitely...
Oh, this is the first one that has a picture of the car.
Yeah. I will say that there was a very small picture on the Artwork Bodyshop one. So there's some hardware in there. Yep, let's get that. Hold on, I gotta like finally cut out this little hardware bag and not only is it taped down, but they put a piece of tape on the back. There's a Sour Patch Kid in this one. This is the only one that had candy. I can't open that bag.
Do you know how to open this block?
Well, there's the tape on it, so it makes it hard to open.
Got it.
So note to aerofabb. I'm gonna have to figure out how to open that. But in there's the adhesion promoter. There's nuts, washers, bolts.
What kind of nuts are they? Are they like the...
They're not peanuts. They're like
No. I mean,
or they're like the nylon locking.
Okay, I didn't know if they were the riv nuts.
Oh
Or the
no,
well
yeah.
nuts or
So so far packaging is really good. I'm gonna set this box down here so it doesn't get in my way. Let's slice open some of this. This one so far, like,
looks like a pillow.
It is. It's like there's also bubble wrap in there. I can feel like
Yeah. I figured.
it's squishy. That's a big bag. Oh, some of these are like individual pieces of tape. I thought it was tape that I'd already cut.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna slide this out of the bubble wrap that it's in. There's some really nice heavy bubble wrap. And then there's also another layer of foam. Oh,
And a sticker.
there's your aerofab sticker. Let's get this out of here. I'm really excited to see this. You know, this is the one that I ordered that I'm going to install. I already know that I'm gonna install this one. Like,
What are the main differences between this one and the one you have already?
So it's a thicker material and it has rounded edges. So it's just a little bit newer, different design.
Version 2.0 or something?
We'll call it 2.0 because I think on
It's been refined.
yeah, it's even the one I have has been refined over time and the material has changed because they got more scratch resistant material, but it was still the same thickness, still made the same way. So it was really like previously was just like material differences. Ooh, dang!
Look at that. Shiny.
Oh, and then
oh my
too,
gosh.
Look
You
at
know
that.
what I don't see? Blemishes. You know what else is super awesome? Check this out. Like recessed hardware.
Yeah, so because of the thickness, they were able to do these recesses for where the washers fit in. So, and then check out their badging
That
too.
looks pretty cool.
That looks rad.
This is by far, like, this looks like a piece that was made to go on a car that you paid that much money for.
Okay, so then check out too on the back. It has the little like squishy washers.
QC. Like somebody went and said, oh yeah, this doesn't look like
Yeah, so they know who touched this on what day. All right, so it has the little cutouts for the winglets.
Very nice.
And here's the new thing, you know, rounded edge on the top.
There you go. So it's a chamfered edge.
Yeah, it's like double chamfered. Similar to how Flow Designs finish theirs. But can you see my face there? I'm
right
like
there.
looking at it. So it's not a totally rounded edge. It looks rounded, I mean, you know, at first glance, but there's definitely three.
Sorry, I'll focus on the edge.
Are you look?
I'm trying to line your face up.
Looks really good right
That
now.
looks really good with their badge on there. It's recessed itself, so it's set in there. It's gonna look awesome on the car. One thing about the gloss finish and even the shape of these spoilers is that like it's hard to photograph and hard to film it on the car itself. So I'll do as much walkarounds as I have to really like show it off.
I like the 2 layers of 3M here.
Yeah. So they have kind of 3 levels here where there's this level and this.
And this one is a little thicker.
Yeah.
So this one and this one are the same thickness, and then
Yes.
this one's different.
Because
Oh,
that's where
cool.
the spoiler steps out a little bit.
Ah.
Like whatever the thickness differences of that tape.
Nobody else did that, so you would
No.
see a warp in the
The only
spoiler
one that
itself.
had tape on it that was different levels was the one from Rennwagen.
Yeah.
And the one from Rennwagen had really thin strips here, and then a thicker strip here. But I think the reason for that was maybe to like pull in that bottom edge. So,
Cool. All
so
right.
yeah, there it is. All right, so here is the aerofabb. There's not any protective coating that's on top of it, so it's a little bit dusty since I unwrapped it a bit ago. But I'm really liking the thickness that's on here. It has little cutouts for the winglets on the side, so I expect this to fit spot on. All right, I'm gonna have to make this quick. My tape is not holding on as well as I thought, but taking a look at this aerofabb one, the fitment here, you can see how it was designed to fit right around, there we go. It's designed to fit right around these little areas here. So here you can see the detail of the aerofab, how it's meant to fit and cut around there. You know, third brake light fits pretty good. It hugs the windshield pretty good. You know, I don't have it actually mounted on there. I just have some tape holding it up. So it's, you know, kind of as best as I can get. There's a quick look at the shape, how it kind of rolls with the OEM spoiler across the back there.